Hey everybody! Tonight, Harper, Beresford, Greenlantern, Excelsior, and Barbara Collazo leave no answer untried as they wrestle for the buzzer, prizers, and the truth on the first question. Welcome to the quiz show to the stars. If you've got an answer, you bet we've got a question. And welcome to our own brand of March Madness here in the Dome, where we have three former champions ready to compete and move up the pyramid to Uber Schmatty Pants.
And because I need to keep an eye on the competition, having won the only show I was ever on by 78 points, I'm back in the big seat.
Hydra, not only your pants, but your paws are impossible to fill. So let's hop right to it for Yay Me or Nay Me.
The panelists will get a truth or not a truth and attempt to tell us if it is or if it ain't.
This week, each Yay Me or Nay Me has a header category reflecting the areas of interest we like to focus on in the show. No robots this week. I don't know how that happened. Okay, extreme sports for Harper. You might have seen the videos of men flying in a winged suit. They're called base jumpers. Yay or nay us this. Over the past 5 years, there have been more deaths per 1,000 base jumpers than those summiting K2. Yay or nay?
I have no idea. Yay.
Actually, that's a nay. You have 104 deaths on Savage Mountain in Southeast Asia versus only 44 for flying like a bird.
You'd think they'd get the idea if it's called Savage Mountain. Next one is History of Games, and that's for Green Lantern. In 1948, with pinball hot, Mr. Kodrak of Genco introduced Triple Action, a game that featured two flippers controlled by buttons at the bottom. Pinball machines previously just had one.
I think nay.
Okay, Barbara, this is for you. As shopping for hamburger might increase, one wants to be sure it's E. coli free. Engineers have developed a cell phone attachment that emits light when your meat is tainted. Yay or nay?
Yay.
You're right. You get a point for that.
And number 4 is for Harper. Category is health. The doctor will bid for you now. MetaBid is letting providers bid to provide the care that patients need. Yay or nay?
Yay.
That's right, it's a yay. According to the company, last year the average patient saved over $8,000. Wow, average $8,000? Wow, I wish I had that much.
With the dearth of natural shells, marine life is in trouble. It's dying out there. If you have a 3D printer, some modeling skills, and a heart, you can donate your tiny fabricated home to Project Shelter for a hermit crab. Yay or nay?
I say yay.
That's what I say. I say yeah. And a point for him. Barbara, this category is game spending on virtual goods in the United States was, are you sitting down? 2.3 billion in 2011. The average person spent $64. That's true. But yes or nayus this about the gamers. U.S. females were almost twice as likely than males to buy virtual goods. Yay or nay?
Yay.
Actually, that's a nay. Oh, men are much more likely to buy than, can you believe it, women. And I'd like to thank PlaySpan and Frank Magritte for that piece of information.
Okay, Harper, your category is oceans and fish.
Okay.
We have the biometric fish to lead groups of wild fish away from polluted areas or structures such as dams. Korea just introduced the RoboPiper, which leads small children away from danger with song.
Are you asking me if that's true?
Yeah, is it true?
No.
That's right. It's not true. It's a good idea, though.
That's a little scary.
Number 5 is for Green Lantern. iPhones have a face, yours. In Washington, D.C., demand has increased for plastic surgery because of them. Is that yay or nay?
I think nay.
It's actually a yay. Dr. Robert K. Seagal, plastic surgeon, now offers the FaceTime facelift to combat sagginess.
Okay, Obayashi, the Japanese company, has announced their intention to build a space elevator, 1/4 the distance to the moon. This is true. Also planned for laboratories and living space. Yay or nay as this? The trip up is expected to be a little over a week. Yay or nay?
Nay.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I mean, if you're going to stay there for a few years, what's a week going up? All right. Hydra, do you want to go
Yeah.
right to? There you go.
Okay. Well, I mean, 10 does logically follow 9, Pookie. All right. Okay, the next one is for Harper. The latest in a series of UC Berkeley's scholarly investigations into class differences reveals lower class motorists were 3 times more likely to cut off a pedestrian waiting to enter a crosswalk. Is that yay or nay?
I will say yay.
That's actually a nay. It's actually the upper class drivers are much more likely to cut some off. And the doctoral student behind it, piff.
Okay, this is a good one. E-commerce in China will go from representing 3.3% of the country's total retail value today. All right, that's all of e-commerce in China, to 7.7% within the next 3 years by 2015. This is true. This expansion took the United States 5 years to achieve. Yay or nay?
Yay.
No, it's a nay. Actually, it took us a decade to achieve.
The field of internet. Centralized computers and the next great growth in internet traffic. It will be machine to machine. Over the next 5 years, machine to machine will grow on average 86% per year.
Yay.
That's right, it's a yay. In 4 years, 500 million gigabits in a month. Thank you for Cisco for that report.
All right. Well, tonight's panel are former champions, and they've been gearing up for this round of action for a while. Let's greet them now. Our first panelist is the first woman whose fashion sense had me sitting in awe. Harper, I will never forget meeting you, and memorably mentioned the sim she had just for her shoes on a previous show.
That's right. And I had another sim for my hair. You forgot about that.
I don't know how I could. You have invented a classic in Word Up, and I know we're going to revisit that today. You're known far and wide as someone who can really make great things happen. I'm proud to know this woman. She's a writer for the Costa Rica blog and this year's lead, and I can think of no one better for Fashion for Life, which is, Harper, is that the fashion division of Relay for Life?
Yes, we're an event that is solely fashion. We're not a team, but we open up the Fashion for Life season. We have 10 sims this year with over 200 designers with stores.
Ooh.
We'll have gotchas, we'll have a raffle, we'll have a hunt, and we'll have beautiful fashions. And the sims are absolutely magnificent to see. So even if somebody comes in to look, they're going to be thrilled.
You know, how wonderful. And I will be there with my Lindens on. So let us applaud the one, the only, Harper Beresford. Welcome, Harper.
Thank you so much.
Great, great. And could you tell us, what is your element? You are actually, as a champion, able to have a compound element, but because you're a champion, you can do whatever you want. Just tell us like it is.
I always say my element is platinum because it's so rare and so beautiful.
And next up, well, it seems he's with us again. He's known by his looks and a glance at him easily tells you where you've seen him before. He has been a Green Lantern in Second Life since 2006 and is the owner of the Assistance Notification Network, Hero Universe, and the Green Lanterns. He was
Hey,
green before it became
Green.
trendy. And no, it's never easy. Show me the light with Green Lantern Excelsior. Welcome aboard, Green.
Yay!
Hey, thanks, Hydra. Nice to be
Hey,
back
it's good.
again.
Yeah, good to hear your voice again. So what's your element, Green?
My element, I have element number 17, which is chlorine. And the
I
reason
thought that's
is
kind of
because
red.
it's red. Well, it's a green gas.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, the reason is because I'm green and I emit a lethal gas.
Well, I do that too sometimes, especially after Blitz cooks chili.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Our next champion is someone whose understanding of virtual worlds and study within them puts her in good stead to lead the upcoming decade, when undoubtedly this platform will generate growth. She is a graduate of the auspicious University of Washington Virtual Worlds program, a builder and creator. Her latest work is in textures and clothing. So welcome aboard, Barbara.
Thank you.
Yeah, so what's your element, Barbara?
My element is common salt, NaCl, because it is so common and ordinary. There's a poem by Liesl Mueller called Love Like Salt that I really enjoy about the very ordinariness of love and of salt. It's intricate, common, and bound into our lives in every way.
Yeah, I think it glows orange when you get it pretty hot, doesn't it?
mm-hmm. And now we can take a look at this board. We can really finally take a good look at these points. And we have 2, 2, and 3 coming at you. As we go into our first station break, I'd like to thank our advertising partner, Fearless Nation. When abnormal events happen to normal people, PTSD is the reaction. The answer lies in community support and information. I'd like to thank you, Fearless Nation, for all you do here, and we will be back after a quick station break. Thank you. Be right back.
Fearless Nation is providing education and raising awareness about post-traumatic stress disorder to banish stigma and inform the public. Fearless Nation PTSD support, putting virtual reality technology to work in trauma recovery. Visit this 501c3 nonprofit at www.fearless-nation.org. That's www.fearless-nation.org.
And welcome back. And now we bring out Word Up. That's right. It is our lingua franca for the virtual world and experiences we have.
New words for our new century. You never heard them served up like this before. After the panel presents their words, voting opens. Please just type in / with the number of the panelists you want to end. It's very easy, / 1, / 2, and / 3.
Our voting board will show the points accumulating. Clear winner, 4 points. For tie, 3 each. Well, we give something to everyone in this Word Up. So it's time to reveal your magic motto to the world. Harper, Beresford, your Word Up.
My word is inventoil, which is the bane of my existence in Second Life. And it's the word I use for having to sort my inventory because I have so many shoes and so much hair.
All right. It is actually a classic, inventoil. Who amongst us has not done this? I tell you, I love that word. Head of the list. Okay. I shouldn't be so prejudiced. All right. It's just something that I've done. Green Lantern Excelsior, otherwise known as Hal Jordan, your Word Up.
All right. Well, the word I made up is called schnozzle fur. And a schnozzle fur is the single, very irritating cat hair that always lands directly on the tip of your nose.
We put it there deliberately.
Thank you.
All right, Barbara Collazo, your Word Up.
My word up is lag stagger, which is that uncontrollable movement when you arrive in a crowded sim, you aren't quite rezzed yet, and you go careening across the floor.
And somebody's filming it, of course.
Oh, of course.
Of course. All right. Well, that's fabulous. Your guys' words up are definitely part of that Pookiepedia. Hydra, would you please say the words as we let the voting begin?
The first word from Harper was inventoil, and that's having to sort out objects inside of a massive inventory. Yeah, I have that problem too after, 6 years. The second word from Green Lantern was schnozzlefur, and that's the single, very irritating cat hair that always lands directly on the tip of your nose. It's part of the feline overlord's plot to take over the world. I'll just let you know that little secret. And the last word from Barbara was lagstacker, and that uncontrollable movement when you arrive at a crowded sim and aren't quite rezzed yet. And of course, the last word is bubblicious.
Oh, my ringtone. I bet you could sell that on a ringtone. All right, well, the buzzers are open, and we definitely have a clear winner. I'm going to count down nonetheless. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.5, and 1. And I believe, I know, she made a word for our second lifetime. Ladies and gentlemen, Harper Beresford, could you please tell us the winning word up of the month once again, Harper?
Inventoil.
I
Do you
love
want
it.
me? Do you want the
Inventoil.
definition again? It's what
I
I
don't.
have to do in my inventory.
I don't think we need it, but I want everybody to use it in a sentence this week. All right. Well, thank you very much. And now we're going to go on to the Inner Geek competition. We're leaving the buzzers open this week and letting our panelists buzz in. Let me remind you, panel, you're free to answer at any time. But if your answer is wrong, you will not get another chance within that question to answer again. So use your power wisely.
That's the greatest step for those who tread in ones and zeros. Watch out what you might sink or get swept away.
All right, this could be the at-home mute button we've all been waiting for. Its effect can disturb people without any physical discomfort and disappears immediately once you stop speaking. Because it's nearly impossible to speak if your own words are played back to you at a delay of about a few hundred milliseconds. By exploiting a phenomenon called delayed auditory feedback, scientists are actually able to trick that brain into vocal submission. God, that sounds like a movie. The prototype creation works by recording, then adds a 0.2-second delay while playing it back with the directional speaker, and your talking just stops. So what is the name? The buzzers are open of this invention from Katsutaka Kurihara and Koji Tsukada. Buzzers are open. All right, Green Lantern.
That is called the speech jamming gun.
It is absolutely called the Speech Jammer. Point for Green Lantern, and let's move on.
Man, I want one. Question number 2. 3 doctors walk into a lab and create a nano-sized robot. It's going into your body in the form of an open barrel. Its 2 halves are connected by a hinge, and it's looking for disease amongst the proteins. When it finds a target, the 2 halves of the barrel swing open and dump its payload of specific molecules onto a specific cell surface's membrane. Also amazing is the way this complex 3D shape and object has been constructed, which is by folding strands of DNA. We learned how to do this in grade school. This method of folding holds lots of promise for nanotech. What is the name of this method seen in other nanofabrications? Barbara?
Origami.
That's right, it's the origami method.
Okay, you guys are good. Okay. 3 doctors walk into a lab. I felt like saying, stop me if you heard that one before. Search engines, they can go where where none have gone before if they use the same old algorithms. Sameness of search means sameness of results, which can dull fresh thinking and actually reinforce fallacies. But now in beta is something new that returns results relating, but not exactly to what you seek. The exact process is secret sauce. But founder Paul Neely says his search engine is designed, quote, for anyone on the edges of their knowledge field, creating fresh perspectives that can lead to new kinds of understanding, end quote. So if you want to find something new, the site's currently open. A public launch is expected shortly. It's still in beta. You've got to sign up. But what is the name of this new way of looking? The metaphorical search engine. I love that. Named after the central character, actually, of Catch 22. And the buzzers are well open. Yes, Harper.
Is it named Yosarian?
It's yes, yes. Yosarian lives, and I'm going to give you a point for that because you got it right. Yosarian lives. Isn't that great? A metaphorical search engine. I want a search engine for something I'm not even thinking of yet. Okay, Hydra. Next question.
Question number 4. It's not where you're going, it's how you get there. That's the basic philosophy behind roller coasters. Otherwise, why pay? For those who like it extreme, there is a zero-gravity roller coaster in the works that will cost about $50 million to build. What makes it different is the ride is enclosed, and its linear induction motor system has unprecedented precision, allowing the rider to experience weightlessness of up to 8 seconds. You can't sign up just yet, but scientists who want to perform tests might not have to look further. BRC Imagination Arts took their cue from the NASA plane that uses a special looping flight path to provide zero-G training for astronauts. What is that plane with the rhyming, though somewhat disgusting name called? Green Lantern.
That is the Vomit Comet.
It is the Vomit Comet. I want one.
Oh, and a hose. Okay, now we have a tie of 7-7. Green Lantern, you're going to have to step back while Harper and Barbara go head to head on this last question. All right, just Harper and Barbara, because this is a tie and we have to know who's the winner of this very important episode. All right, ladies, are you ready? Upon reflection, I was wondering what you actually win if you accurately predict the end of the world. Hydra, it just seems so lose-lose. Yet, somehow I feel compelled to mention a 50 million ton asteroid that might come close enough to Earth to warrant an end of the world scare. In 2029, the asteroid Apophis will actually pass close enough to figure out the trajectory because it's coming back in 2036. And it seems that if it passes through a tiny keyhole in space, it could spell doom, 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 as it would strike us. Those who want to take fewer chances and have the budget to save the world also have a plan to extend Earth's life, I'm glad to say. This country is working on a small solar sail powered spacecraft that will set on a collision course with the asteroid. Though I personally think this is a job for Sir Richard Branson, man. Which country, ladies, is planning a possible sudden impact? Yes, Barbara.
Ireland.
What country?
Ireland.
Not Ireland, no. Harper, you have a chance. Let me finish out the question and you have a chance to win. What country is planning the possible sudden impact to push Apophis out of its current orbit at least enough to keep it clear of that keyhole? All eyes on you, Harper Beresford.
Don't worry, I'm here. I'm just debating it.
All right. Well, we've got another question.
What do you mean you've got another question?
In other words, I have another tiebreaker.
So you
if
have another
don't-
tiebreaker?
Well,
I was
there's
going to
that-
say China.
Yes, Harper.
Good.
Harper. Harper,
Awesome.
she got it. She got it. 8 points. I gave her the point myself. All right, everybody. Harper Beresford has won a championship round and will advance to meet Anex Eon, Troy McLuhan, and Mondo Wormser, and the others. So fabulous, you can't believe it, as we ratchet it up. All right. Wow. Harper, congratulations.
Congrats, Harper.
And audience, will you take us out with this month's quote
Thank
of the
you.
week? Yeah, thank you.
The quote is, "The reward of labor is life. Is that not enough?" And I'll repeat, "The reward of labor is life. Is that not enough?" Nope, it's not Donald Trump, but Russell gets it. It is William Morris. And the reward of our virtual labor is also a second life.
And you were a real reward of my second life. Thank you. I'm very, very glad to have you back, Hydra.
Yeah, I thought I lost you there for a moment, Poot. And love you too. And the show and my seat. I kept it warm, don't ask how. And our eternal thanks to Raway Soothsayer, who is director of film and Pet Love Pet Shop, our beautiful sound engineer, and a special thanks to our guru, Paradox Olbers. The MO is our tiny stage wrangler and stage manager, and our masterful herd of awesomeness, Mo and Drusilla.
And don't forget our first ferret, Honor McMillan.
And thank you to the panel.
And thank you, panel. Thank you, Harper and Hal and Barbara.
Thank you.
Thank you for the chance.
Woo. And feel free to embed this in any show you wish. Thank you all for coming. Remember, this show will be available tomorrow on iTunes. Either go to iTunes and search for The First Question, or go to treat.tv and subscribe from there. A big shout out to Rebecca. The First Question will be back on April 1st.
Is there a special show to celebrate the virtual world's best practice in education convention on the 16th of March?
Oh, you bet. And we will catch you right after the Ides of March, people. Looking forward to seeing you again. And thank you, Hydra, for your awesomeness.
Thank you, Pookie.
And good night, Mr. Rosedale, wherever you are.
You